Anya, thank you very much indeed, folks. Belt and braces, let's not hang about today, because when it comes to the massive Ebrington site on the inner water side there, how many times have we talked about game changers and then things went quiet? There are, of course, a number of exceptional businesses in there, but fair to say the site as a whole is far from fully achieving its potential by way of daily working footfall and visible public engagement. Well, today I might have an actual game changer for you. And this is no pie in the sky. This is a new 3-floor bar and eatery, locally owned and managed, over 30 jobs, a 7-figure family investment, and it opens in just 6 weeks' time. So, a wee exclusive for you, if you don't mind. As the light gathered in the early morning, gloom today, I got hopped up with hat, coat, August microphone. Well, folks, I wonder, is this a signature day? For years now, we've watched the city's comings and goings, ups, downs, ambitions. I'm sure, like myself and hundreds if not thousands of others, it's this place, Ebrington, the size of the walled city, bigger, and handed over to the people, of course, part of the peace process, the peace dividend. If the paramilitaries hand over the weapons, sure, we'll get rid of the military bases, and this one therefore is left empty. And look at it now, the hotel glistening in the early morning. It's a sticky day in the water side. Fellas with ladders here. But look, imagine you've crossed the Peace Bridge, you've come through the gap into Ebrington from the city side to the water side, and you've often looked up left to that big building. Not the Maritime Museum with a fella with a carpet on his shoulders, but the one right over the river, right closest to the river. Well, the news is good, because I'm hearing about a Maher-Felt family, Moneymore family, called the McElhones. And I've been watching the builders and the boys and the rubble coming in and out and all the rest. But I'm hearing pretty much this project is good to go. And David McElhone himself meets me at the front door. David, a pleasure to meet you at last. And a morning to put all these rumours to rest and to see what you're up to. How are you keeping?
I'm doing good, all good.
Good. Well, it's my first time. I haven't seen it. So you're going to walk me around and introduce me to your main manager in a second. Dave, where are you at with regard to this building? We've seen the fellas come and go and the wee ramps built and stuff being dragged out and rubble and all the rest. Where's the project at?
Well, ultimately, our final opening date is going to be the 1st of March. So we're nearly there. We're getting there. We've had 2 or 3 years of progress, and we're finally in the final fit out, final stage, moving on to getting the doors open and getting people through the doors.
And do you want to tell people then, break the story, what's the business called?
The business is called Stitch and Weave. So it's a restaurant over 3 floors, restaurant and bar area. So the middle floor and the top floor is all dining, and the bottom floor is all, with a big courtyard at the back, is all bar.
My God.
So
the ambition, even I can tell from the front door, Dave, is huge, and it's for the McElhone family, this is a big one. Your father, Philip, of course, your brother, Sean.
Yeah, the family business ourselves. We're building contractors. It's me and my brother and my father. Philip's the original man that run the business, and me and the brother have taken it on from. So, it's an exciting project. We're very excited about it. It's a long time coming. We're the final stages of it now. The building itself is absolutely beautiful. You know yourself, it's right in the corner of Ebrington Square, overlooking the Peace Bridge. We couldn't be more blessed to have a building like this.
And the rumour is that you've got a panoramic window the length of the building overlooking the river. Am I going to see that?
We do, yes. We had to build a 3-story extension out the side. The old existing building, it was the Fisher building originally, which was the canteen of the barracks here, way back when. And we put a 3-story extension on the side just to take in the view. The middle floor has a big panoramic window. Looking over the Foyle is something that the rest of the city doesn't have.
You see, David, I'm your neighbour. It took me 4 minutes to walk here, right? And the water side has been watching this like a hawk. You know, when is Ebrington going to get a chance? We know that James, he should be given medals, that fella in the Walled City Brewery, James Huey. He was in here from day dot, and then very little happened. And we know there are other businesses around the place dotting in. I think for an awful lot of people, this is going to be a signature. Why now for the McElhone family to... I'm looking at this. This is a serious investment. And let's be honest, the people don't yet populate this area unless there's a big gig on. And I know the hotel's opened. But why is now the right time for the family?
Well, now's the right time because it took us that long to get here. So we had a few planning issues, the bureaucracy of the square here itself. We had a few issues, but we were waiting for the square to get up and live. The hotel, obviously, opening up there late last year is a massive boost for us. We'll jockey off the back of some of the business there as well. As you mentioned, James there. James is going to come in and do a wee bit of stuff with us as well. Some of his braff beer lines. It's just really creating a destination. There's no competitor here. I think the more businesses getting into this square, the better for everybody. And it is a vibrant square. You see here during the summer, this place is packed. Hopefully now the council will be able to do something with the concerts and whatnot and get a lot more through the door. So yeah.
Well, you're a music fan yourself. Do you like live music? Do you like the thought of live music and business and all the rest?
Oh, certainly. But look, the live music's massive, especially from us from a business perspective here. We'll jockey off the back of any of the concerts or anything that's going on in the square here. But yeah, love live music. Definitely, the more the merrier. Definitely.
Well, we know that's been we'll go there different day. David, I'm looking over your shoulder. I talk about hitting things with a 5-iron, a 7-iron, and a driver. I could throw a tennis ball and hit the Peace Bridge. This is position A among the position A's. You could not. Well, in a sense, we'll talk about access. What a location!
Oh, fantastic! The first day we walked through here, me and the brother. That's exactly what drew us to this building. It was just exactly where we were. We're right on the corner of the Peace Bridge. As soon as you come through over the Peace Bridge, up and through the archway with the building on the left-hand side, we couldn't be more central. And then we knew we had to take advantage of it, so that's the reason why we built the extension at the side with the views over the water.
Yeah. So. Well, we're on a level. This level is the level with the parade ground, as I say, plenty of traffic going. There's boxes of rubbish lying about. I love at this stage of a build, just when you're really getting good to go and starting to think about the colour wallpaper and all the rest. David, walk us through, and this is your main man, and introduce this man.
Yeah, main man, Jason Footy here. He's the manager, general manager. We're very lucky to have him, very fortunate. Man's got massive amount of experience in the hospitality sector. Came from Killeavy Castle down to us. He's been on board now, helping us with the final bits of the fit out here since September, and he's very excited to get his teeth into it, and we're excited to have him.
Let's do it. Jason, make your radio Foyle debut. How you doing?
Good morning. Yeah, very
and
good.
It is. I mean, you're literally an O'Fuidja. I mean, obviously that works for you as Jason Footy, but you're actually an actual O'Fuidja.
O'Fuidja, yeah.
O'Fuidja,
yeah. Based, I suppose, hometown is Mayo, Ballina, County Mayo, but I'm up in this neck of the woods. Still a blowing, but up this neck of the woods over 20 years.
So we're all blowings. Listen, you're stood in the jeans and on the jacket. I'm assuming it'll be a different attire next time we meet you. Jason, entering this vision. I would have thought for somebody with your trading skills, this is a gift.
Yeah, absolutely. So I suppose my background is hospitality and has been since the age of 16. So I would have opened 6 hotels at this stage, and this is my venture back into, I suppose, bar, restaurant, and that live music.
So you're going to be the fella standing, looking over everyone, and making sure everybody's okay. You're with that guy.
Oh no, but operational as well on the floor. I love meeting people, listen to what they want and what they need, and trying to adapt to that. And I think that's very, very important. So.
Well, listen, this is the central floor. Let's go, fellas. David, lead on there. A wee entry vestibule, and it's a calm green sort of panelled affair at the front, coupled with brown wooden doors into the main area. Lovely sort of parkour flooring. The old school sort of beach bar effect at the first bar, Dave, and a full kitchen behind that.
Yeah, well, the idea was to have an open pass so that you could see into the kitchen, and for the chefs obviously to look out. So the chefs don't want to be sitting in a back box somewhere cooking. So now, you're able to see exactly what's going on, what the chefs is preparing, and
that's all in. I mean, obviously, it's all wired in, folks. All the silver goods are there. Where are we going now, Jason?
Yes, we're around the corner. So I suppose the main entrance in this way will be our restaurant level. So we're talking about a 75, 80-seater restaurant. And as you can see, the building is a good mix of old and new. So you've got the blend of the old stone.
There's bags of Stanley tools here. Fellas are working hard. There's all sorts of installation, final goods. Oh my word. Well, I'm seeing it for the first time with fresh eyes. Oh my goodness. So, folks, the view, let me just stand in the middle of this long window. If I stood in the middle of this long window, I'm seeing everywhere from the upper wall city in St Columb's Cathedral all the way Peace Bridge, City Hotel, down along and further afield. And it's literally the entire side of the building is a view of the Foyle, literally metres away. Gosh, Dave.
And I suppose the height and the aspect here as well too, that you're actually getting the view. And I suppose the relation of the name for the building or for the business Stitch and Weave is trying to tie back into that textile shirt industry. And the commemoration monument, as you know, is going to be just outside the Harbour House.
Straight across?
Yeah, so we're going to be looking onto that as well. So trying to tie all that.
How many seats in here, Dave?
We've 70 here in this level, so we're the actual setup here, the interior designer designed it very well. I feel like Chris McCready.
But everybody's going to want these seats where we're stood. There's going to be 3 tables here, 4 tables.
The benefit of it is these are a lower level table, and then the back side's a higher level table, so you both get the view. So from no matter where you sit in this room, you'll get the view out over the Foyle. So
if you're even at the back wall, you're higher than the folks sitting low. That's smart. That's smart. A full bar in here. Did you come up the Foyle in a bubble? You see, I love this. I love this. People are... I'm just getting the feel in the place. And this place is finished again, wooden, long planking floor, distressed a little. The bar again, a panelled, simple wooden affair. A wooden theme, and I think there's something warmer about wood than formality, Dave.
Yeah, well, the interior design, the concept for it was really to keep the old with the new. So the stone building, we would try to keep a lot of the character. And in this level, we try to keep a lot of wooden panel and whatnot. But as you get downstairs, you'll see that there's a wee bit more contemporary interior design. It's it's a wee bit more higher end than up here. But
high sort of modern chandeliers, dangling lantern affairs. Jason, lead on. I want to go around the corner.
I think the nice thing about the building, which I noticed, and you have to compliment the guys on, is that a lot of the elements that are used are sustainable. So I suppose they're salvaged. So the kitchen survey that you've seen in all of the paneling, they would be salvage boards. This front of the bar here is actually off a shop shutter. So it's an old shutter door that was actually on.
I can see that on the side.
And then I'll just repurpose to actually make it work. And then tying, again, as I say, that blend of old and new together.
At the back of there, I see an open door. A door leads onto a terrace, which again is a better view again, Dave. Is that going to be public at all, or is that just for staff?
It's only maintenance only. So it's only we had an idea of doing that at one time, but no, it was.
Go ahead.
It would have affected the view of anybody sitting within the dining here. So we can't.
Okay, so we'll go out here and take a right, shall we? And again, the sort of background theme to this is broadly different types of. Distressed woods, but these greens and old radios, 3 old radios, that suits me, boys, and an old record player there.
See all the old singer, that's a singer table.
Singer, so but it's proper old sort of heritage stuff. But this sort of middle green and light green takes us, and then we're going to.
So as you come in the front door, then up the stairs takes us really to, I suppose, it'll be a function event space, kind of overflow for dining, but I suppose.
Keep her lit, boys. We're ground to cover. So this is the higher floor, and I thought a massive big sort of 20-foot high mirror there. Stairs all finished. The painters and there's fellas. I don't want to walk on this man's doing a bit of glossing on the floor. I'll step across here. Right, and what have we got, Dave?
So we're up in the top floor here now. So this is, as I say, spillover dining and function space. So up here with big old oak or truss beams. Everything's all exposed walls. Yeah, it was trying to keep the character of the place up here. So,
and again, I don't feel sort of. I feel I feel like it's a welcoming space, David. You know what I mean? Your finish is plain wall. The same sort of a feel of the Derry walls. The random rubble is the style of the historic Derry walls. But you've peeled back there to an old fireplace, the way other businesses have done. As I say, exposed upstairs. Let's get this party. Let's get this party started in neon, but there's nothing sort of glitzy about it. You know what I mean, David? It feels like a place. Surely.
No, well, the seating, all the bench seating and the upholstery isn't finished yet, and the seats aren't in yet. But when they come in, you'll see there's a big, vibrant colours, and some of the wallpaper, the colours are all come out in it now. So
very contemporary. Yeah.
There's definitely a difference. I'll take you on round.
Yeah. Dave, just when you're taking me around, what about access? Because you're close to the river, which means you're furthest away from the car park, of course, doesn't it?
Yep, that's right. So the access into here, there's a drop off and a pickup point, which is basically in front of the hotel. And you come in at ground level here, and we have a lift that takes you up and down all 3 floors. So
well, you didn't tell me to expect this. So we've gone up above the panoramic window, and there's probably an even better one on the top floor.
Well, there's a better view up here because we're a wee bit higher. But this is the snug up here, so this is a wee private dining experience. We'll be able to do some whiskey tastings and stuff like that up here. So. This is probably my favourite room in the whole building, to be honest. It's just a wee private space. Lovely.
It's like, what do you call the thing at the top of a ship, Jason, where the boy goes up and looks for land at the right top, but I can't remember. The listeners will keep us right.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
This is incredible.
Yeah, we've already had lots of inquiries for this space, even for private meetings or for private dining. So it's a lovely little space for 14, 16 people because, again, you're away from everybody else, but you're actually, again, getting that aspect onto the Foyle, into the city, even from a higher level.
Yeah.
So,
Peace Bridge right the way down to Sainsbury's and the view just perfectly. You're not stretching for the view. the view is just unmissable.
Yeah, it's there on top of you. Yeah.
Wow, okay, right. And this very sort of jungle kind of modern wallpaper, which I don't think it's not overbearing you, but it's very different. It's a statement in itself, Dave, yeah?
Yeah.
And hello, gorgeous. These, all right, so the sort of building is pinned with these little neon notions of a wee word and a wee quip and a wee dairyism. I like that.
Aye, that was interior designer Chris McCready. It's his doing, so he come up with all these different phrases. We get the signs made up for them, and they had a bit of character to the places.
Right, well, how are we doing time-wise? Right, we've got 2 or 3 minutes. Can we get down to the very bottom? And we'll go at this.
And just to say to you as well, we've been very lucky. So Bernadette and the team over in the Tower Museum are helping us just to get some old archive pictures just of the women of Derry who would have worked in the industry, and they're going to be dotted around, and they'll blend again that old and new together.
So you're trying to tie in the shirt factory legacy.
Exactly.
And I tell you what, Jason, there'll be an awful lot of women glad to hear that.
Yeah,
an
4,000
awful
or
lot
5,000 people hopefully.
Well, listeners have told us for years that legacy is totally underserved, and of course we're getting our statue and all the rest, but there's another story there for a different day. So that's us back to the middle floor. There's still no light, so Dave's under pressure this next 4 or 5 weeks to get everything done. Let's get this party started again on that wall, and then we're down the very stitch and weave bar and garden. God, another whole world down here. Hello. My God. So again, this lovely, pure, exposed walls, like the Derry walls. It's an echo. Is that mindful? You're almost thinking of the Derry walls, looking at that wall.
Oh, certainly. Well, the Derry walls, the outside of our building, the perimeter of our courtyard is the old Starfort Monument walls. So it's keeping that bit of character with, keeping the functionality of the space. So
lovely wee stove there. These original old doors of maybe some sort of service function. That's totally the real deal. The Americans will love that. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a little coach door actually leads down to the courtyard, and again keeping the exposed old slabs. So again, and
then
the
original.
Yeah, they would be the original, and then blending that into the parquet style tiles.
Oh my God! Right, we're under pressure time-wise, fellas. A final expose. Then you walk through this ground floor into a massive smooth dance floor, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Party time, bar, and then we walk out here, and this is fresh air covered. And again, you're looking at the wall, so you can't see the river down here. But again, a massive outdoor area for a wee smoke and for a wee chat. And how you doing?
Yeah, there's a fully covered retractable canopy down here for the courtyard. It's a great space. We've put another 100 people out here, and then we have the wee alleyway that comes through.
So if you want to come just for a drink, that's the alleyway. You can come in at the ground floor.
Yep.
Dave, that's incredible. Folks, think about walking into the Playhouse, the last wooden, what do you call the floor stones? You get cobbles. In Ireland, we believe, apart from Trinity College. The avenue in is 15 foot wide and completely original and cobbled with a beautiful finished double door.
And then you've got the wonderwalling in the roof. So again, trying to tie in that, I suppose, the outdoor garden effect, and then tying that through into the wallpapers that are actually the whole way through the building as well.
Wow.
You got your bandstand here as well in the outer part area.
Live music at Everton?
Yeah, exactly. And then the music can actually be piped the whole way through the building, actually, from either of these two bandstands.
If you like the gig. So you're having your dinner and we're going, I'm missing the band.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, Dave, I'm going to have to come back because there's so much more we have to talk about here. Look, and as far, I'm not here for commercial preference or whatever, but as far as Ebrington, the People's Piazza, this story, the city, the unleashing of an economy that many of us feel is there. I think I'd want to, wish the very best. You're talking about 30 or more jobs here as well?
Yeah, 25 to 30 jobs. Yeah, that's we're currently in the interview at the minute. So doing chefs, waiters, caterers, all that. So yeah, we're getting through all at the minute.
Jason, you've a bit of work ahead of you looking after all that. He'll throw the hammers down and go, right, Jason, over to you. Where you go, fella?
Yeah, but that's the fun part. Now we're into the final stages and becoming operational, and I suppose welcoming people through the door, which is what we're all about.
Well, the people always make their mind up about stuff, and but I sense there's a warmth to this, Dave, and maybe that's a family thing, maybe that's a county thing, maybe that's a Mackleholm thing. I don't know. It remains to be seen. 1st of March. I wish you well.
1st of March, yep. We're doing a couple of pre-opening nights just with family and friends and whatnot, and then the official opening is Friday, the 1st of March.
Seriously positive response to that already today. Wendy Boren, great news, lovely spot for a restaurant. Looking forward to seeing it up and going. I'll come back to it tomorrow, folks. My time is gone today, but my thanks to David McElhone there, co-owner and investor in Stitch and Weave. It'll open in 6 weeks, and I'll go upstairs, folks, and put a wee gallery up just to show you inside our little exclusive there today. Is that the game changer for Ebrington that everybody wants to see, along with the hotel, of course? You tell me.